Howdy friends, Ryan Spearman here with PlayBetterBanjo.com. Today I've got a special treat for you. I'm going to do an unboxing and a review of a beginner banjo starter kit. This is a package that was sent to me by Vangoa Music. They wanted me to check out this banjo kit and maybe do a review on it. So here we go. Alright, well, this is how this thing's going to arrive. So I'm going to open this up. And now, of course, you can see we've got the gig bag in there, and I'm sure some goodies inside. Looks like tucked in the box, this is a contact pickup. Gonna have the ability to plug this thing in if you need to. Looks like we got a little promo thing. Looks like a ukulele. Don't know what that's about. We got some finger picks, and also looks like a truss rod adjuster. So I'm guessing this banjo has a truss rod in it. A few other items in the box here. Looks like we got a strap in there. Also got a tuner here. So we got the standard gig bag here. Got the Vangoa branding on it as well. Otherwise, very standard. Almost time for the big reveal, but look, we've got some protective material around this here banjo. Well, when I know I'm going to be looking at a banjo in the $170 range, it also comes with a tuner, a strap, a pickup, finger picks, and a truss rod adjuster. This looks decently impressive for the range. So they got the bridge here. It's kind of tucked underneath the string, so we're going to loosen the strings up a little bit and pop that bridge up, get it tuned up. So my first thought here is if you're an absolute beginner banjo player and you order this online, there's going to be some assembly required, which could be a little bit of a challenge for you, but you could also probably go to your local music store and ask them to help. Alright, I loosened it up a bit. Now I'm just going to pop that bridge up. Now I'm going to go ahead and tune it up. Alright, as you see, I've got this tuned up. Certainly playable. A little tubby for me, for my taste, but I noticed when I push on the head here, it's pretty loose. It probably needs to be tightened up a bit, and that's probably going to tighten up that sound. Seems like it's going to hold tune. I had to put the bridge in the right place. That's to keep the intonation as correct as possible. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this head. I'm going to take this resonator off, tighten this head, and then let you know how I feel about the banjo at that point. Alright, now that I've adjusted the head, tightened it a little bit, and also tightened the tailpiece down and increased the angle of the strings coming off the back of the bridge there. Should have a tighter sound. Let's give it a listen. So not bad. The tone is as to be expected. I would prefer a more rewarding tone. And of course you got to do a few adjustments to it or have somebody do them for you to get this one really off the ground and get it to a place where I, as a banjo teacher, would feel confident. Another thing I did is I took some of the packing material this thing came in and I ripped some of it off and stuffed it under the tensioning rod. You can see it through the head there. I stuck it between the tension rod up against the head, just like a lot of banjo players do with a cloth or a sock or whatever. That got rid of some of the overtones. And plus tightening it up and putting this resonator back on kind of cleaned up the sound a little bit. Now it's starting to sound a little more like a banjo. That's a bit better there, so ultimately I would want you to think of this as a stepping stone banjo that'll get you learning a little bit, and then once you're feeling confident and you know you're going to stick with the instrument, I'd recommend that you upgrade pretty quickly after that. Alright, so in summary, if you've ever sent me an email and asked for advice on buying a new banjo, you know that I always try to steer people away from pretty much anything below the $450 price range. In my experience, both learning on my own and with countless beginner students, inexpensively produced instruments can be a little bit of a hindrance to a beginner's progress. That's why I'm always trying to steer people away to some of the higher price range options. That being said, of course, spending $450 or a whole lot more isn't always philosophically or financially feasible for beginner players in the market to purchase their very first banjo. This is where I can say something definitively positive about the Vangoa Banjo Starter Kit here. If you're going to buy a starter banjo at one of these lower price points, then I will recommend the Vangoa Starter Kit. I do think you should budget another $30 to $50 to spend on getting this banjo properly set up. An experienced worker at any acoustic music shop should be able to set up the bridge in the right place, tighten the head, do the proper tension, and get everything optimized for you as far as playability goes. That wraps up this unboxing and brief review of the Vangoa Beginner Banjo Starter Kit. I hope that was helpful to you, provided some sort of edification. And if you have any further questions, as always, feel free to shoot them my way. I'll be happy to hear from you.